welcome back to my channel. Since it is almost the end of February, I am going to do my March TBR. To choose my March TBR, since I am a mood reader and want to make reading more fun, I made a book board game. I got the idea from a bunch of people and it looks so cute. I'm excited for how it turns out. So the quality for rolling and stuff will be, I'll use my phone and I'll probably do like 10 prompts so I can pick 10 books for the month of March, because since I am a mood reader, I'd rather have choices than to stick to a TBR that I have to read specific books. So without further ado, let's jump on into it. Okay, rolled a 4. I'm just using a paper clip because that's all I can find right now. So 1, 2, 3, 4. About social media. Okay, so my first prompt was something about social media. Sorry, I had to adjust my pillow. And so I picked The Hive by Barry Lyga and Morgan Baden. But it says going viral just got deadly. And the back of it says social media used to be out of control. People were torn apart by trolls and doxers. Even hackers were powerless against it. But then came The Hive, a better way to sanction people for what they do online. Cause trouble, get too many condemns, and a crowd can come after you to teach you a lesson in real life. It's safer, fairer, and perfectly legal. Entering her senior year of high school filled with grief over an unexpected loss, Cassie McKinney is primed to lash out. Egged on by new friends, she makes an edgy joke online. Cassie doubts anyone will notice, but the Hive notices everything. And as her viral comment whips the entire country into a frenzy, the Hive demands retribution. One moment Cassie is anonymous, the next she's infamous and running for her life. Ooh. The Hive is a breathless race through the day after tomorrow, where online and real life are blurred beyond recognition, and social media casts ever darker shadows. Oh, this sounds actually really good, and I think it is a standalone. And I know my friend Emily has wanted me to read this, so I'm excited. Second roll is 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A number generator. Okay. So the books I picked 5. So for the options, I picked Beautiful Graves by L.J. Sheen. I picked If We Were Villains by M.L. Rio, which is a Barnes & Noble exclusive edition, I believe. It even has the sprayed edges. I've heard really good things about that book. Next is The Dreamers by Karen Thompson Walker. Wishtress by Nadine Brandeis. And then last but not least, Powerless by Lauren Roberts. I put this on specifically for you, Emily, and Katie, because they both finished this month, I believe, and both gave it 5 stars. I soft DNF'd it, which means I just put it down. I will get back to it later, but this will go on my March TBR. I really want to read it, so I'm hoping that my random number generator picks this one. Okay, so we're gonna do 1 is The Dreamers, 2, If We Were Villains, 3, Wishtress, 4, Powerless, 5, Beautiful Graves. So I will record my screen. 4. 1, 2, 3. Yes! Okay, the random number generator picked powerless. I am so excited to get back into this world and to hopefully finish it in March. So, second pick for March. Third roll is a 2. 1, 2. An animal on the cover. Okay, so my third roll? Yes. My third roll was an animal on the cover, and I picked A Dead and Stormy Night by Stephanie Holmes. That's what it looks like. This one says, what do you get when you cross a cursed bookshop, 3 hot fictional characters, and a punk rock heroine nursing a broken heart? After being fired from her fashion internship in New York City, Mina Wilde decides it's time to reevaluate her life. She returns to the quaint English village where she grew up to take a job at the local bookshop, hoping that being surrounded by great literature will help her heal from a devastating blow. But Mina soon discovers her life is stranger than fiction. A mysterious curse on the bookshop brings fictional characters to life in lust-worthy bodies. Mina finds herself babysitting Poe's Raven, making hot dogs for Heathcliff, and getting IT help from James Moriarty, all while trying not to fall for the 3 broken men who should only exist within her imagination. When Mina's ex-best friend shows up dead with a knife in her back, she's the chief suspect. She'll have to solve the murder if she wants to clear her name. Will her fictional boyfriends be able to keep her out of prison? Oh my goodness. I'm so excited for this one. That's exciting. And I realized I did not tell you what read what Powerless is about, so let me just read that real quick. Only the extraordinary belong in the kingdom of Ilia, the exceptional, the elites. The elites have possessed powers for decades, gifted to them by the plague, while those born ordinary are just that, banished from the kingdom of Ilia and shunned from society. No one knows this better than Peyton Gray, an ordinary posing as a psychic to blend in with the elites. But when she unwittingly saves one of Ilia's princes, Kai Azar, she's thrown into the purging trials, a brutal competition showcasing the elite's powers. If the trials and the opponents within them don't kill her, the prince she's fighting feelings for will if he discovers what Peyton is. ... completely ordinary. I'm like very excited for all of my reads right now. Six again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What is that? A pretty book cover. Okay, so my prompt was a pretty book cover. A pretty book cover that I have been having my eye on to read for a while is This Blood That Binds Us by S.L. Coakley. I'm probably butchering that, but here's the back. And the inside looks pretty too. The inside is just plain pink with a little heart on it. I don't know if you can see that, but it looks really pretty. And I'm excited to read it. And I think the second book just came out, or the third book in this series just came out also. Or has been out, I don't remember. But it says, 2 hearts, 1 bite, and secrets that could kill. Kimberly Burns, a self-sufficient 19-year-old, expects her customary camping trip to be a calming escape from the non-stop demands of college life. But the attack from a recently turned vampire changes everything. Aaron Callum has been trying to resist the bloodlust raging through his new body, but the unfamiliar voice in his head won't let him pass up an easy meal. When he's left with a girl barely clinging to life, he must choose between loyalty to his brothers or his own morality. Aaron and Kimberly both want to return back to their normal lives, but their problems are just beginning when they both realize they go to the same university. When Kimberly is bitten a second time by an unknown attacker, They must team up to navigate the vampire world together and find the assailant. Soon, they discover that the mysterious past Aaron's brothers are hiding may hold the key to secrets that could tear apart their own pasts and destroy their future. That one sounds really good too. I'm picking some good reads this month. Next roll. 1. Published this year? I got Sanctuary of the Shadow by Aurora Asher. I don't know. I got the cute edition that has sprayed edges because I'm impulsive and saw the sprayed edges and was like, okay, I need it. I don't care what it's about, I need it. So let's read the inside together, shall we? Enter at your own risk and discover the greatest show on earth in this explosive, darkly imaginative debut fantasy. For humans, the circus is a place filled with wonder and amazement. For Haro, though, it's a place to hide from those who slaughtered her entire clan. Disguising her abilities as part of her act has kept her true identity safe for years, until he arrives. A strange new attraction with no name, no memory of who or even what he is, let alone an explanation for his odd yet deadly powers. But underneath the layers of anger and isolation, one glimpse into his inky eyes reveals a soul that calls out to the loneliness in her own. And so she chooses him. Haro is drawn to the darkness, to her insatiable need to soothe the beast who threatens their very existence. But with every secret she unlocks from his past, another from hers whispers free as well, luring enemies who will stop at nothing to get their final revenge on Haro. And she's afraid she's given them the perfect weapon against her, because he's not what he seems. And maybe it's time they finally learn neither is she. Okay. And I don't know if I'm pronouncing author names right, and I don't know if I'm pronouncing character names right. It is what it is, okay? This one sounds really good too. Now the book that I have to put on this list that is not going to be part of the Board of Books board game is the Chain of Gold by Cassandra Clare. This is the first book in the Last Hours trilogy. Me and Emily are reading all of the Shadowhunter universe books in order based on the events that happen in each book. So we're slowly making our way through all of her books. So we're going to start the Last Hours in March. I'm very excited. This whole universe has been amazing so far. So I'm very excited to put this on there. So this is going to be on there. It's not part of the Board of Books. As I did with all the other books, I will read the back because I'm not good at describing books before I've read them. So I'm going to just read you the back. Love cuts deeper than any blade. Cordelia Carstairs is a Shadowhunter, a warrior trained since childhood to battle demons. When her father is accused of a terrible crime, she travels to London in hopes of preventing her family's ruin. There, Cordelia's childhood friends, James and Lucy Herondale, draw her into their world of glittering ballrooms and supernatural salons. All the while, Cordelia must hide her secret love for James, who is sworn to marry someone else. But Cordelia's new life is blown apart when demon attacks devastate London. Now trapped in a quarantined city, Cordelia's friends discover that their connection to a dark legacy has gifted them with incredible powers and forced a brutal choice that will reveal the cruel prince of being a hero. Ooh, okay. I'm excited for this. And yeah, that's all I have to say about it. Next roll is a 6. What is up with those big numbers? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 400 pages. My next prompt was more than 400 pages. I picked A Court of Mist and Fury by Sarah J. Maas. Okay, my camera cut out. So sorry if the angle's different. Since this is the second in the series, I'm not going to read anything from the back, but I'm very excited to continue the series. The first one is A Court of Thorns and Roses. I gave that one 5 stars. It was so good, and so I cannot wait to continue with this one. Next roll is a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5! I get to buy a book. Is a 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A thriller. It's a thriller. I picked The Escape Room by Megan Golden. The back says, "Welcome to the escape room. Your goal is simple. Get out alive." In the lucrative world of finance, Vincent, Jules, Sylvia, and Sam are at the top of their game. They've mastered the art of the deal and celebrate their success in style, but a life of extreme luxury also comes at a cost. Invited to participate in an escape room challenge as a team-building exercise, the ferociously competitive coworkers crowd into the elevator of a high-rise building, eager to prove themselves. But when the lights go out and the doors stay shut, it quickly becomes clear that this is no ordinary competition. They are caught in a dangerous game of survival. Trapped in the dark, the colleagues must put aside their bitter rivalries and work together to solve cryptic clues to break free. But as the game begins to reveal the team's darkest secrets, they realize there's a price to be paid for the terrible deeds they've committed in their ruthless climb up the corporate ladder. As tempers fray and the clues turn deadly, they must solve one final chilling puzzle. Which one of them will kill in order to survive? That one sounds really good too. And it's from an author that I haven't read much or haven't read anything about, but I have her other book, Stay Awake, and so I'm interested. If I like this one, I'll probably jump into that one. So. Ninth roll. A 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is highest Goodreads rating. Ninth roll was highest Goodreads rating, and so the first one was Sanctuary of the Shadow, which is already on my list, so I skipped that. But the next one was The Woods Are Always Watching by Stephanie Perkins. I haven't heard anyone talk about this book, but it's been out for a while. Or when was it published? Yeah, 2021, so it's been out for a few years. But so the synopsis says, bears aren't the only predators in these woods. Best friends Nina and Josie spend high school as outsiders, but at least they have each other. Now with college and a 2,000-mile separation looming on the horizon, they have one last chance to be together. A 3-day hike deep into the woods of the Pesca National Forest. Simmering tensions lead to a detour off the trail and straight into a walking nightmare. And then into something far worse. Something that will test them in horrifying ways. Okay. That's interesting. And it's short, so it should be like a quick, easy read. So, 9th book on my March TBR. Last and final roll. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, involving a made-up language. Okay, my last prompt is involving a made-up language. This was hard to find. I had to text some of my friends, be like, how do I find out if it has a made-up language? But thank you, Toby, because Toby informed me that Aragon, which I'm probably butchering that, by Christopher Pielini. I'm wrong if that right. But it's a dragon book, and it has a made-up language in it. And it has deckled edges, and I'm excited to read this. So it says, one day, one dragon, a world of adventure. When Aragon finds a polished blue stone in the forest, he thinks it is the lucky discovery of a poor farm boy. Perhaps it will buy his family meat for the winter. But when the stone brings a dragon hatchling, Aragon soon realizes he has stumbled upon a legacy nearly as old as the Empire itself. Overnight, his simple life is shattered, and he is thrust into a perilous new world of destiny, magic, and power. With only an ancient sword and the advice of an old storyteller for guidance, Aragon and the fledgling dragon must navigate the dangerous terrain and dark enemies of an empire ruled by a king whose evil knows no bounds. Can Aragon take up the mantle of the legendary dragon riders? Ooh. The fate of the empire may rest in his hands. Okay, I'm actually excited for a majority of the books on my March TBR. So, yes. I will probably do reading vlogs for like the standalones. And maybe like a first in a series. But comment down below your thoughts if I should do another one like this for April. Happy reading!